Hello, my dear. I'm so glad you're here. Let's begin by taking a soft breath together, in through the nose and slowly out through the mouth. Just that little moment can shift something inside. That's how powerful you are. Right here, right now, you are doing something kind and beautiful for yourself, and that's worth honoring. There's something very tender about the decision to seek a new way of thinking, especially when it comes to money, because money, for so many, has been tied to stress, fear, guilt, or even shame. It's not just about dollars or coins. It touches our sense of safety, our self-worth, and our place in the world. So if there's any tension in your heart as we talk about manifesting cash flow, know that it's okay. You're not doing anything wrong. You're just being honest with what you feel. And honesty is the first light that heals. So many people grow up thinking that money is only for others, those who are luckier, smarter, more deserving. They've heard things like, money doesn't grow on trees, or we can't afford that. These phrases dig deep into the mind, even if they were spoken long ago. They form a pattern, a belief system that runs quietly in the background. But the beautiful thing is this: beliefs can be changed. Just like a garden overgrown with weeds, we can gently begin to clear the soil and plant something new, something loving, something abundant. When I think about cash flow, I think about movement, like a gentle river that flows steadily, calmly, and without force. That's how money wants to move through your life. It doesn't want to be chased or feared. It doesn't need to be controlled or earned with suffering. It responds to love. It responds to warmth. It responds to openness. And the first step in welcoming more cash flow is to stop being angry at money or afraid of it. That's like trying to invite a guest into your home while standing at the door with your arms crossed. So today we begin by softening. We don't have to have all the answers. We don't have to know how everything will unfold, but we can start by saying, I am willing to see money differently. Now let's sit with that feeling for a moment. Close your eyes if you'd like. Place a hand over your heart and gently whisper to yourself, I am open to a new relationship with money. Say it again if it feels good. You can even say, I am safe to receive, or it's okay for money to come to me now. These are not just words, these are seeds. With care and repetition, they will grow. It's helpful to understand that the energy of money is neutral. It is neither good nor bad. It simply reflects back what we believe. When we think money is scarce, it seems to hide. When we feel desperate for it, it runs further away. But when we hold it with appreciation, when we see it as a loving partner, it starts to feel welcome. And money, like all loving energy, comes where it feels welcomed. Let's explore a few gentle beliefs that may be living inside the mind. You might hear an inner voice that says, I don't deserve more, or if I have money, others will suffer. These thoughts are not true, but they may feel true because they've been rehearsed over and over. They are just echoes, old ideas that were never yours to begin with. They might have been passed down through generations, but the beauty of being here in this moment is that you get to choose again. You have the power to change the way money moves in your life, not by working harder, not by struggling, but by loving yourself more fully. Let's say this together. I release old money beliefs. I allow ease. I am open to abundance. You can repeat it softly. Let the words wrap around you like a warm blanket. You don't have to believe them fully yet. Just allow them to exist in your space. That is enough for now. As you begin to listen to your inner voice more closely, you may notice which thoughts feel heavy and which feel light. You may notice where you tighten up, maybe when looking at a bill or thinking about your bank account. That tension is simply a sign of a thought that is ready to be transformed, not judged, not pushed away, just gently shifted. Now here's something I find very helpful. When a negative thought about money arises, instead of scolding it, say, "Thank you for showing me where I still need love." That's it. No drama, no blame. Just a kind awareness that healing is happening. That's how we shift deeply, through kindness. Money, when it flows freely, allows us to create, to rest, to give, and to enjoy life's sweetness. You are not greedy for desiring financial ease. You are not selfish for wanting more. These are natural desires, and they can be honored without guilt. Imagine living each day with the peace of knowing your needs are met. This is not a dream. It is a state of mind you are building, one loving thought at a time. Every time you say something kind to yourself about money, you are tuning your frequency toward abundance. Every time you choose gratitude over worry, you're moving closer to flow. And every time you forgive an old belief or fear, you are opening another door. This is the practice, and it is a loving one. So as we go further on this journey together, I want you to remember something very important. You are already worthy. You don't need to prove anything. You don't need to fix yourself. You simply need to return to your truth. A truth that says, "I am a divine being and I am fully supported by life." There may be days when it feels hard. That's okay. We're not aiming for perfection. We're aiming for presence, for the willingness to return to love when the old fear tries to take over. That's the power of practice. And it's through that loving practice that cash flow begins to shift, not just in numbers, but in peace, in ease, and in the feeling of being held by life itself. Now, let's begin to explore where these old beliefs about money might have started. Many thoughts around wealth and money are formed in early years, when we absorb ideas without question. We may have been told that money is hard to come by, or that rich people are bad, or that asking for more is wrong. These ideas lodge themselves in the mind like pebbles in a shoe, and they shape the path we walk on, quietly but persistently. It's not about blaming the past, it's about understanding it with compassion. If the mind was filled with ideas of struggle or fear, it makes sense that we feel stuck now. But we are not bound by what we once believed. We can choose new thoughts. And when we choose new thoughts, we begin to create a new experience. Here's something soft and powerful you can say to yourself. I forgive the thoughts that kept me small. I now choose thoughts that make me feel supported. Doesn't that feel gentle? Healing is always gentle. There's no rush, just love. If the thought of having more money brings up fear or doubt, that's not a sign to stop. That's a sign to keep going with even more love. The fear is only showing you where a belief needs healing, and healing comes with truth. The truth is, you were never meant to struggle endlessly. You were never meant to live in fear about your next meal or your next bill. You were born to be free, to enjoy, and to thrive. So let's soften into the idea that cash flow isn't just about money. It's about self-worth, self-love, and self-trust. It's about knowing deep down that life wants to support you. Life wants to see you flourish. And when you align your thoughts with that truth, the flow begins. Not because you forced it, but because you allowed it. Say this softly now. I am ready to receive. I am willing to let abundance in. Let these words rest in your heart. Let them plant something new. You are creating the conditions for money to move freely, with love, into your life. And this is just the beginning. Let's continue gently now, from this space of openness you've created. When a thought has been repeated often enough, it begins to feel like the truth. But the truth, the real truth, always brings peace. It doesn't make you feel tense or small or ashamed. That's how you know when a thought isn't serving you anymore. Thoughts like, I'm not good with money, or I'll never get ahead, are not facts. They are simply beliefs that can be changed, and they will change with practice and kindness. You don't need to argue with the old thoughts or force them away. Instead, you can offer them new, loving replacements. You can speak to the part of your mind that feels afraid and say, we're learning a new way now. And then introduce a thought that feels better, like, it is safe for me to have money, or cash flows easily to me. You can even whisper to yourself, money supports me. I support myself with love. Let this be gentle. Let it feel like kindness, not a task, not a demand, but an act of care, like pouring a cup of warm tea for your heart. Some people ask, do I have to believe the affirmation right away? And I always say, no, you don't have to believe it yet, but say it anyway. Say it with curiosity. Say it as a gift to yourself. Over time, the belief will start to catch up. The new thought will take root and grow stronger than the old one. That's the miracle of your beautiful, flexible mind. So often we've been taught to motivate ourselves with fear, fear of not having enough, fear of falling behind. But love is a far more powerful motivator. When we affirm with love, not fear, something shifts, something opens. That's when the flow begins. Because abundance comes when we feel safe to receive it. Let's say this now, softly and clearly. I am worthy of consistent cash flow. I open the door to abundance with love. You might even place your hand over your heart as you say it. Feel it echo gently through your body. The body listens to your words. It feels your tone. When you speak with kindness, the whole body responds with ease. That's the beginning of healing, not just in the mind, but in the nervous system, in the heart, in every cell. And now I'd like to invite you to try something very simple, yet deeply powerful. It's called mirror work. It's a practice that gently changes the way you see yourself and your relationship with money by using your own reflection as a point of love. To begin, find a mirror, stand in front of it, or sit if that feels better. Look into your eyes, not with judgment, not with criticism, but with curiosity and care, and speak directly to your reflection. You can say something like, I love you. You are safe now. It's okay to receive. Or, you are doing so well. I support your journey. Abundance is flowing to you. For many people, this feels tender at first. It may even feel strange. That's perfectly normal. If you feel emotion rise up, let it come. Those feelings are simply moving through. This is healing happening in real time. You might try saying, I welcome cash flow into my life. I welcome peace into my heart. Look into your own eyes as you say it. Let the words land. You are the one who can give yourself what you've always needed: safety, reassurance, encouragement, and love. Try doing this mirror practice once a day, even for just a minute or two. Over time, you'll notice something shift. Your posture might relax, your tone might soften, and you'll begin to see yourself as someone who is ready, worthy, and safe to receive. That changes everything. When we soften our self-talk, we invite in a new experience, not just with money, but with life. We stop resisting the good. We stop blocking the flow, and we begin to feel supported in ways we never imagined. One of the sweetest ways to open the flow of money is through the practice of gratitude. Gratitude is not about pretending everything is perfect. It's about noticing what is already good and allowing that to grow. There's an old saying that what we appreciate appreciates. It increases, it multiplies. So when you take a moment to say thank you to the money you already have, even if it's just a little, something expands. You shift from lack to love. Try this. Each morning, write down 3 things you're grateful for financially. It could be something simple, like the coins in your wallet, or the meal you ate, or the electricity that powers your home. Even the smallest thing counts. What matters is how it feels. You could write, "I'm thankful for the money that bought my coffee," or "I'm thankful for the client who paid me this week," or even, "I'm grateful that I am learning to receive." Let these thank yous come from the heart. Let them be soft. This isn't about performance, it's about presence. You can also speak your gratitude out loud. While holding your wallet or bank card, say, "Thank you for supporting me. I bless this money with love." You can bless your bills. You can bless your bank account. You can bless every dollar that flows in and out. This turns money into a loving companion, not a source of stress. You might say, "Every dollar I spend comes back to me multiplied," or "I trust the flow of money. I trust myself." These affirmations, spoken with warmth and consistency, start to reshape your inner world. And when the inner world shifts, the outer world always follows. Gratitude shifts the focus from what is missing to what is present. And in that presence, abundance grows. You begin to notice more opportunities. You begin to feel more hopeful. And hope is a magnet for miracles. Now, I want to speak to something tender that many people carry, the emotional pain linked to money. Perhaps there were times in life when the absence of money created fear. Maybe there were arguments about it, or losses, or feelings of guilt for wanting more. These experiences leave a mark, not just in the mind, but in the body, in the heart. So let's give ourselves permission to feel and release those emotions. You don't have to hold them forever. You can lay them down. You can breathe them out. You can heal. Take a moment now. Close your eyes if it feels safe. Take a gentle breath in. And as you breathe out, imagine releasing one small fear about money. Let it drift away like a cloud. No force, just letting go. Now breathe in love and breathe out any shame. Breathe in peace and breathe out any guilt. This is your time to let go of what no longer serves you. You are not defined by your past experiences with money. You are defined by your willingness to choose love now. You might say, "I forgive the past. I choose peace now." Or, "I release money guilt. I open to money joy." Let these words be soft. Let them soothe the places inside that feel tight or scared. You might even write a letter to your younger self, the part of you that first learned fear around money. Tell that part of you, it wasn't your fault. You are safe now. We are creating something new together. That's the power of your presence. It heals what was and creates what will be. You are not broken. You are blooming. As you move through this practice of healing and affirming, you'll notice subtle shifts. Maybe you feel calmer when checking your bank balance. Maybe a new opportunity appears. Maybe someone surprises you with a gift. These are not coincidences. They are signs that your energy is aligning with abundance. It doesn't happen all at once, but it does happen because you are choosing to walk a new path, a path paved with love, belief, and gentle truth. And with each step, you are opening the door wider for money to flow in, not as a struggle, but as a friend. You're doing so beautifully. Every word you've spoken, every thought you've softened, has been part of a loving shift. Let's continue together. The way we think about money shapes how it shows up in our lives, and one of the most beautiful shifts we can make is to stop seeing money as the enemy and start treating it like a friend. Think about it. Would a friend want to stay close if we always talked badly about them, ignored them, or blamed them for our stress? Of course not. But when we treat money with love and appreciation, it starts to feel safe around us. It starts to feel invited. Take a moment now to consider your current relationship with money. Is it warm? Is it tense? Is it distant? You don't need to judge it. You can simply ask, how have I been treating money? And more importantly, how do I want this relationship to feel? You can begin building a new relationship by speaking kindly about money. Use words that feel nourishing and supportive. For example, say, money is a helpful presence in my life, or money and I work well together. These words may seem small, but they carry a powerful energy. They rewrite the inner conversation. Imagine that money is sitting at the table with you. What would you say to make it feel welcome? Maybe something like, I appreciate the ways you've helped me, or I'm learning to understand you better. This kind of inner dialogue changes the way money flows, not just physically, but energetically, because money listens. You can also begin to create new rituals that treat money as something sacred, not stressful. When you receive money, pause for a moment. Take a breath and say thank you. When you pay a bill, instead of feeling dread, say, I bless this payment. It supports something important in my life. These simple shifts create an environment of trust between you and money. Another beautiful way to soften your energy is to write a loving affirmation on a note and place it in your wallet. Something like, money flows freely and lovingly into my life, or I trust life to support me financially. Each time you see it, you'll be reminded of your intention, and your energy will begin to reflect that peace outward. This is how we change patterns, not through pressure, but through presence, by choosing a little more love each day. And as you do, you'll notice that money starts to respond in kind. The relationship becomes easier, the flow becomes steadier, and most importantly, your heart begins to relax. Now, let's bring this energy into something you can practice each day. Gentle, practical steps that anchor your new beliefs and make the experience of abundance feel more real, more alive. One of the simplest practices is daily affirmation journaling. Each morning or each night, take a few minutes to write out affirmations that feel nourishing. You might write, I am open to receive, or I allow cash flow to support me easily. Try to feel the truth of each word as you write it. Let it become a meditation in motion. Another practice is a short abundance visualization. Sit quietly, close your eyes. Picture a soft golden light flowing toward you, warm and gentle like sunlight. See it as cash flow. See it as support. See it as ease. Let it surround you. Let it enter your body and mind. Say softly, I receive with love. Just 5 minutes a day can create a powerful shift. You can also do a loving blessing of your physical space. Walk through your home and say thank you to everything that supports your life, your bed, your stove, your shoes. This raises your vibration. It creates an environment where abundance feels safe to grow. Try blessing your wallet or your bank app with love. Instead of anxiety, send it a soft thought. Thank you for supporting me. Even when the numbers don't yet reflect your dreams, speak to them as if they are growing, because they are. Life responds to your belief. You may find yourself guided to give something, even something small, a kind tip, a generous compliment, a little help to someone. When we give with love, not obligation, we show the universe that we trust the flow, that we know we live in a giving, loving world, and that trust brings more to receive. None of this needs to be hard. Let it feel gentle. Let it feel like self-care, There is no need to get it perfect. The only goal is to feel better, just a little more peace, a little more light. That's where the real magic lives. And now, as we come to the closing of this time together, I want you to hold one truth very close. You are already enough. You are already deserving. You do not need to chase worthiness. It is already yours. Abundance is not a reward. It is your birthright. And when you open your heart with love, the doors open, opportunities open, the path becomes clearer. You don't have to know how it will all happen. Just know that life is always supporting you. You have planted seeds today, seeds of love, seeds of truth, seeds of change, and these seeds will grow because you are tending to them with care. Each thought you think, each word you speak, each loving action you take is creating a new reality, one where cash flow is natural, steady, and safe. So speak to yourself kindly, affirm your truth gently, practice your rituals with love, and when old thoughts arise, don't fear them. Just meet them with a new voice, your loving voice. Say to yourself now, I am open to receive, I am supported by life. Cash flow comes to me with ease, and I welcome it with love. Say it again if you'd like. Let it settle in your heart. Let it become your new rhythm. You are doing so well, my dear, and the journey doesn't end here. This is a path of daily love, daily choice, daily trust, and every step is leading you closer to the life you've always deserved, a life of ease, of joy, and of loving abundance. You are not alone. You are guided. You are supported. And you are so very loved. Life is on your side, and so it is.